I'm going to see my grandson tomorrow, and I wanted to make him a little book. This is a great project for somebody who's new to junk journaling because it's super easy, super low stress, and you don't need a lot of tools or supplies. And my grandson's around 18 months, and so he doesn't care about plot. He only wants pictures, and he wants to know, what is it, what color is it, and what sound does it make? So I decided to do something with colors. There's all sorts of other options you could use, I'll talk about later. And I cut these pictures out of magazines. I had some stickers. I had a couple of kids' books with pictures in them. And it came together really easy. The long part was cutting out the pictures, but I just did that in front of the TV, so that was painless. And I put some Mod Podge over the top, just so everything was nicely sealed, and that's a non-toxic thing. And I'll let you know in the comments how he liked it. So let's get to it. Last night while I was watching TV, I sat down with some magazines, some old children's books. I got actually all of this from my local library. The magazines, after they've expired or whatever, they give them away for free. So I always collect those for things to cut out. And these were on a library sale. I think they were 25 cents each, and I thought they looked like fun. And so they had lots of pictures in them because they're kids stuff. And I just cut everything out, kind of what I thought I'd need in all the different colors. Since I'm doing colors, I just thought about things that my grandson will know about that are in one particular color. Like that has a little green in it, but it's orange. So anyway, as I was doing it, I also looked for other things because I think I'm going to do other ones. You can do colors, you can do animals. I thought I saw some animals over here, animals. So as I was pulling out things, I was actually pulling out for other projects. Foods, you could do foods they know. We also went on a zoo trip, and I have pictures. You could do one for a whole trip, pictures that you took and printed from a trip. Or you could do pictures of people who love them. Now I'm making my pages. I just cut out squares or rectangles of all different sizes. I'm not measuring or anything. I did use a paper trimmer because it makes me have nice straight lines. But you could use a craft knife and a ruler. That would totally work. And a glue stick is all it takes to attach these two. And the reason I am using two is just for strength. I use lots of different colors because this is a book about colors, but you can use whatever you have. You could use note cards, cereal boxes, anything like that. And then I'm just going to cut this out. And then I'm going to round the corners. If you don't have a corner rounder, that's fine, but I like to do that because they tend to bend. The corners bend. And so if you just snip them off, that makes them less likely to bend. And for a little extra strength, I'm going to put reinforcements around the holes. And a little fun trick you certainly don't have to do, but if you want to, is use alcohol markers to color the reinforcements so then they match whatever color you're using. And you'll need a hole punch. So if you don't have the corner rounder, that's fine, but you will need a hole punch to put a hole in. And then that way it can go on the ring. And there's my reinforcement. I'll put one on the back too. It's kind of fun. So the final little episode here is we're going to glue stick these on. I just kind of set them out where I wanted them to go. I found a sticker that I thought was perfect. So I want to put this sticker on. And then I have a little pink piggy I got from the kids' book. Actually, all these 3 things came from different kids' books. And I'm just going to glue stick them on. And that's enough to keep them down, but because I know children like to chew on things, I'm going to put some Mod Podge over top of it. And I checked it out, and Mod Podge is non-toxic, so even if it gets in his mouth, which he's past that stage, quite honestly. But if it gets in his mouth, it's not going to be a crisis. I'm not going to let him alone with it. Oops. I'm not going to let him alone with it enough that he could, you know, chew off pieces and hurt himself. But if he gets it in his mouth, it's going to be fine. So there, just glue it on, slap it down. This is why it's stress-free, because he doesn't have a very strong aesthetic at this point. And then this one I've already glued down, and then you just wipe on the Mod Podge. And there you have it. I'm going to go up and down a couple times, and then I'm going to go all to the side just to make it look nice. And it dries really quickly. And we're all in time for my little grandson coming tomorrow. I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments. And thanks for watching. Bye.